48 hours after Donald Trump woke up on Friday morning pissed off and said, "My God, I am putting a 50% tariff on all goods coming from the European Union starting on June 1st. 50%. 48 hours later, Sunday morning, Donald Trump posts on Truth Social, "Hey, guess what? I'm suspending those tariffs. We're not going to do it June 1st. We're going to do it July 9th. Which, of course, was the original deadline for his original 90-day extension that he had gone back on Friday by announcing the 50% on June 1st. But now he's changed it again because he's changed his tariff policy more than 55 times at this point. And he said he did it because he received a phone call, very nice, pleasant phone call, from the Commissioner of the European Union. Here is what Donald Trump put on Truth Social on Sunday morning. "I received a call today from Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, requesting an extension on the June 1st deadline on the 50% tariff with respect to trade in the European Union. I agreed to the extension, July 9th, 2025. It was my privilege to do so." It was my privilege to do so. Like, I'm so glad they called and asked for that extension because, oh man, I killed the stock market when I announced the 50% tariffs. So anybody in his administration, any Republicans in Congress, or any of his wealthy friends who bought a bunch of stocks Friday after the market tanked, they're now doing very well. They've made a lot of money, because these tariffs were in place over the weekend when, of course, holiday weekend at that, markets closed. So, they had the opportunity to scoop up a lot of very low price stocks and then cash in when the market reopened on Tuesday and everything went gangbusters. So, hey, good for you, people who are manipulating the market and taking advantage of it. But to Trump's credit, right? He's not just blowing smoke here. Ursula von der Leyen did put on social media, she said, quote, "The EU and US share the world's most consequential and close trade relationship. Europe is ready to advance talks swiftly and decisively." But even then, this admission undermines everything the Trump administration has said so far about the trade war. Because this is an admission that, okay, the EU, the European Union, was not engaging in trade talks with Donald Trump. Yet this administration has repeatedly told us we got 170 countries, 200 countries, they've said, 220 countries, they've said at one point, calling our phone every day, ready to make deals. Oh, we're going to announce deals this week, or maybe next week. And then next week it's, well, maybe next week. And then they keep kicking the can down the road because they haven't actually made any real deals that contain any actual information. So they've been lying to us, and these posts, the one from Trump and the one from von der Leyen, prove that this administration has been lying to us. And maybe they start actually negotiating with the European Union. Maybe they don't. Maybe this is more of a situation like both China and the UK, where they say, listen, we're not giving any concessions right now. We're not making any actual deals. We're just willing to start talking to you, which is what both countries have effectively said. We're willing to start talking. So there are no deals. There may not ever be any deals. And this is just a temporary Band-Aid on a whole fiasco that Donald Trump himself started because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Unless the goal is, of course, just pure market manipulation, in which case he is doing a bang-up job on that, and a lot of his friends are making a lot of money. But the whole thing is insane. Like, I cannot stress that enough. This whole thing is insane. Businesses in the United States are not able to engage in any form of long-term planning, which is harming them tremendously, because they don't know what the tariffs are going to be on any given day. Right? So Trump announces this on Sunday after announcing the tariffs on Friday. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody saw Sunday coming. Who knows what's going to happen later today or tomorrow or this week? Like, we don't know. And when you're trying to plan ahead for a business, come up with a 6-month plan, 12-month, 18-month, whatever it is, you can't do it if you don't know what the economic conditions are going to be like because you have a man with a schizophrenic tariff policy. That's what's happening today. So it's good, of course, that these tariffs have been postponed, but for businesses, this only created more uncertainty, which will further harm the U.S. economy. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.